What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to week 2 of SDS Season 9. This week we have 7 games to watch. One game didn't get played because they got an extension because something happened, blah blah blah. I'm trying to remember what else I have to say because this is like my third attempt trying to record this because I keep getting interrupted. Hooray! And I guess that's all I have to say. I'll talk about whatever at the end. So first off, we have Liza J versus Chocolate Lab with Excadrill, Megalopony, Blissey, Hatterene, Whimsicott, and Terra Sneasel. It's going to be Terra Ghost versus Iron Bundle, Terra Diggersby, Terra Normal, Mesprit, Tinglu, Empoleon, and Breloom. So getting into the game, we're going to see lead Mesprit into Lopunny. This Lopunny is going to Mega Evolve and click Fake Out. Mesprit's going to flinch and then take about 50% from U-turn. Is Mesprit's just going to U-turn on the Hatterene into Bundle, as now he's going to switch into Blissey. Stealth Rock on the Empoleon. Then go into Excadrill as we see a Flip Turn pop off. I think maybe he thought the Empoleon would defog or get up his own rocks, so I think his thought was going to Excadrill, click Earthquake to threaten out. Something like that. I don't know, but we're going to see Diggersby come in now. So we're going to see Whimsicott come in on the Terra Normal return. I don't know if that's like a choice item, Diggersby, or not. I'm going to assume probably not. Now we see Sneasel come in. We're going to see Empoleon come in on the Sneasel as we Terra Ghost knock off. Do about 40%, which is kind of a lot to Empoleon, but Empoleon's going to be able to roost that off. And then I believe it's going to eat the Seismic Toss now and Flip Turn. We have a really slow Empoleon. I'm assuming this was probably minus speed, or it's a speedy-ish Blissey maybe. I can see him running speed on Blissey to like outrun like a no-speed Breloom, perhaps. Not sure. Could be either or. Let's see Mesprit trick a choice band onto the Excadrill. We're gonna switch into Tinglu on the Earthquake. I don't know why Joey clicked Earthquake there on the Mesprit, but I mean, fair enough, right? We're gonna see Tinglu click Earthquake into Icicle Spear, which is not gonna kill it unless he gets like 3 crits. And then Earthquake is gonna take out the Terra Sneasel. I think Terra Sneasel is an interesting mon. And I've probably said before, I think Terra Weavile is very underrated in like a high tier Terra format. Like I've never seen anyone run with Terra Weavile, and I'm not really sure why, because I think Weavile's got to be like kind of insane with Terra. Like you can just boost one of your Ice or your Dark Stab, or you can add like a different type to make yourself like, you know, not weak to Rock. Add just another stab to like Low Kick or whatever for like Heatran, or you know, like Terra Ground, Terra Blast for like a, you know, Heatran again. I don't know, like you can do a lot with Weavile. I think Sneasel is kind of the same, but we're gonna see Excadrill knock out the Tinglu with Earthquake, as now we're gonna go right into Breloom. Actually, I could have assumed like Mesprit coming out because we already know it's Choice Lock. We're gonna see Bullet Seed into the Hatterene, just kill the Hatterene. We're gonna see Life Orb, so it's not even loaded dice, which means he just got 4 hits with Bullet Seed. Hacks, I tell you, hacks. Then we're gonna see Breloom, click Mach Punch just to kill the Lopunny. Technician, Life Orb. Mach Punch is very strong. We're gonna see Drain Punch into the Blissey, just kill Blissey and gain all his HP back. And then we're gonna see Excadrill come in, and Excadrill is gonna just die to the Mach Punch, giving Chalk the win, putting both of them at 1-1. So pretty good showing on Chalk's end. He used all of his Pokemon except Bundled, which is, I mean, you know, Bundle's just one of those mons where like it comes in endgame to clean if it needs to, but this it just didn't need to. Our next game is going to be Power Fable versus Samkey. We're going to see the Ogerpon 2 Cannon, Mew, Jolteon, Grimmsnarl, and Orthworm versus Dugtrio, Zapdos, Blaziken, Terrariverm, Slowbro, and Aerodactyl. Is it Mega Aerodactyl or is it just regular Aerodactyl? It might just be regular Aerodactyl. Two Cannon though, I don't think. Tell me in the comments if you've ever seen Two Cannon in draft, like ever in Gen 7, 8, or 9. I've never seen Two Cannon in draft, and like it's almost a good mon. I feel it just needs like a little bit more speed, but it has like the coverage. It has Skilling and Sheer Force, two really good abilities. It's just too slow because of Gen 7 syndrome. And it's pretty frail too, but I mean, it's not as frail as stuff like... It's like more bulky than like Cast Form and Spinda, and probably more bulky than like Glalie. I don't know, I mean, like those aren't very bulky mons at all, but Two Cannon, I think it has some stuff going for it. So I'm glad to see it in this game. Can't wait to see what it does. It's also like one of those weird designs that's like post Gen 6 where like the flying type is actually grounded like on the floor design wise. So I think that's interesting. So starting off, we're gonna just see lead Two Cannon into Zapdos, as we're gonna see Curse Zapdos into a Rock Blast. And you know, you don't need loaded dice because you're already Skillink. And now the Zapdos should be slower than Two Cannon, so we're just gonna see another Rock Blast just KO the Zapdos. If I were Sam, I might have doubled into Revavroom after this turn because, like honestly, like I don't know what Two Cannon does to Revavroom, and the Revavroom is Terra Psychic for some reason. Yeah. So Two Cannon 1v1s the Zapdos. You know, he could have Volt Switched. I mean, like, sure, Jolteon comes in, but, like, are you really scared of... Or you could... I don't know, you could have U-turned with Zapdos. You could have went for Thunderbolt. I don't know. You went for Curse, though. And, like, good trying, but you're not Wacko. You can't pull off my strats. We're gonna see a Bullet Seed into Slowbro. I guess Sam didn't know that I got Bullet Seed. I think if I saw a Two Cannon, I'm like, damn, I don't know what the fuck this thing does. As soon as I saw Rock Blast, I would have been looking up its moveset. I'm like, oh, it gets Bullet Seed. It's about to click Bullet Seed. So yeah, we're gonna see Slowbro get off the Toxic, which I think is kind of helpful. I mean, sure. We're gonna hard switch into Revavroom. And it does about 15% to Revavroom, as Revavroom is going to just outspeed and click Gunk Shot. Revavroom is actually a very fast mon. I see Orthworm come out into Slowbro, as we see a substitute. And I believe, yeah, we see an Iron Defense. We're going to see a Teleport. I'm not really sure why Sam is, like, not breaking the sub. Blaziken's going to come in. We're going to close combat to break the sub. We're going to see another Iron Defense from Orthworm, as we're going to see Blaziken's Swords Dance. I'm going to bring Blaziken down to Sash with Body Press, as now Blaziken has to click a button or it's just going to die. We're going to see Close Combat not do that much to Orthworm because Orthworm is a fat piece of shit. And Body Press is just going to knock out the Blaziken. We're going to see Aerodactyl come in now. I'm not really sure why you'd bring in Aerodactyl. Like, what are you doing exactly? Instead of, like, you have a Slowbro that eats the shit out of Body Press, but I don't know. I'm not Sam. He's going to get knocked out by the Body Press. Power Fable's going to go in chat, and you guys can't see this, but he's like, Sam, are you tired? And Sam is like, that was the freest sub of your life. Why do you not sub? And like, I don't know. Why not just kill what's in front of you? Why did you Hone Claws if you thought he was gonna substitute? I'm so confused, Sam. We're gonna see Mew come in though on the Psychic. I'm gonna get the huge special defense drop, and Ogerpon Wellspring is gonna come in on the Slowbro. We're gonna see the Toxic and U-turn on the Slowbro. We're gonna see Rocky Helmet Slowbro. Like, you had an answer to Orthworm, and I'm not really sure why you weren't doing that. But we do counter the Grimmsnarl. You're not getting Heat of the Week again with that, Sam. Sorry. No counter Slowbro, Heat of the Week for you. We're gonna see Revavroom come in on the follow play. It's gonna do a lot because Revavroom has a really high attack stat. I think it's like, is it high? It might be like 115, but its defenses I think are pretty shitty for, you know, a car that looks like it's falling apart. We're gonna see Dugtrio come in on Jolteon. We're gonna see the Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt again. I think this is Specs Jolteon. Earthquake's not gonna knock it out, but you know you're trapped in because you ran Choice Specs Jolteon into a Dugtrio for some reason. See Ivy Cudgel into the Dugtrio, and I'm pretty sure at this point you really can't win against Ogerpon. Are we gonna see a counter? Probably. Yeah, we're gonna see counter. And then we're gonna see Revavroom come in. We're gonna get a warning message on Showdown saying that the servers are about to reset, which I feel like has been happening a lot recently, but it could just be them adding like more sprites or whatever. Like they got Orthworm moving not that long ago. They got Revavroom moving like not that long ago. They're adding some Gen 5 sprites. So like they're doing stuff. They're making Showdown look a little bit less ugly. Except the backgrounds are kind of ugly. They're like the Gen 6 backgrounds, but they're kind of faded too. I'm not really sure what's happening. We're going to see Slowbro knock out the... we're going to see Mew knock out the Slowbro. And we're going to see Power Fable win, actually bringing him to 2-0, which is very surprising. Power Fable is currently, spoiler, our only 2-0 coach. I will say, though, that Ryan and Wisdom are they're also both 1-0, so whoever wins will also be 2-0. But that leaves us at week 2, and only 2 coaches are 2-0. We have 2 coaches with 0 and 2, and everyone else is just a mix of 1 and 1. Most with like positive differential too, which is very interesting, I think. Which means like Power Fable's not really winning by a lot in either of his games. I think he's 2-0 plus 3. So I mean he's keeping it close. He's giving us some really good games. I'm not really sure this was a good game, but we had a good showing from Toucannon. You know, I'll take it. Our next game, we're going to see Fletch versus Heister. We're going to see Tapu Bulu. I think Tapu Bulu is like, what, 9 points? I wanted to make it lower, but Madroxa used it last season. Like, we are drafting Tapu Bulu in SDS, I think, more than we're drafting Tapu Lele and Feeny, honestly. So I'm proud. I'm proud to say that we are a Tapu Bulu friendly zone. We're also going to see Swampert, Terra Cyclozar, which I think I'm underestimating Terra Cyclozar. Currently, this mon's like 8 points with a 0 Terra Tax, and I kind of think I'm gonna add a Terra Tax onto it next season, because I'm kind of seeing, not in like this league, but I've been generally seeing Terra Cyclozar do like quite a bit. Just with the damage boost and Life Orb, and you have regen, so Life Orb is like, you know, it's kind of like a Mienshao, you know, except Mienshao has an attack stat, and Cyclozar is like what, 95. Which is probably higher than Greninja's, so can't really complain. We also have Raikou, Fletcheron, and Victini versus Leafeon. Is this thing Terra? I think it's Terra Leafeon, maybe. We're also going to see Darkrai, Iron Moth, Tornadus, Donphan, and Conkeldurr. I want to see... If it's Terra Leafeon, it's just Terra Grass. The Cyclozar is Terra Fire, so I think that's interesting. We're going to see Petron lead into Donphan, and we're going to just see a parting shot into Tapu Bulu, Tapu Ballin. Let's see, knock off the eject pack. So I'm going to assume we were running like Superpower here. We're going to click Substitute. Interesting. And we're going to see Swords Dance Leafeon onto the sub. Like, I don't know why we're not really attacking a sub this week, but whatever. See Leaf Blade kind of do a bit. We're gonna see Close Combat does absolutely nothing to Leafeon. Leafeon's a defensive monster. I'm gonna assume maybe it's just defensive Leafeon. It might be like a defensive Leafeon with just Swords Dance, like a bulky Swords Dance set maybe, because I feel like it's not taking any damage. It's also Rocky Helmet, so it's 1v1ing the Tapu Bulu. We're gonna see Tapu Bulu die to Leafeon, so Yep, maybe this is why Tapu Bulu is like 6 points in triple STL. Although I will say, I still think Tapu Bulu is like the most overpriced Pokemon in like every other league that's running Nat decks. So sooner or later, people will be like, "Oh, this is like an 8-point mon." We're gonna say knockoff, not kill the Petrunt. We're gonna activate weakness policy, and then we're gonna malignant chain. But we're also just gonna see Darkrai scared out because Petrunt is very slow and doesn't get any way to boost speed. Anyways, we're gonna see knockoff onto the Tornadus. We're gonna U-turn. Can't believe you stayed in with Swampert on a potential grass knot, honestly. We're gonna see the flip turn pop out though. Maybe you're Rindo Berry. You might be Rindo Berry Swampert. We're gonna see Raikou on that. We're gonna second substitute. We're gonna Scald the Donphan. We're gonna get the burn. No burn. We're gonna get the Earthquake off. I think this might be Assault Vest Donphan. We're gonna substitute though. Interesting. Was he maybe thinking that it was a roll or like just not worth staying in with Donphan to get the roll or get Scald burned? I don't know. Maybe. Or see Donphan come back in though on the Thunderbolt? You're kind of just in the same spot though. Like now you just get scalded twice. Like that was kind of, yeah, you get burned there. You break the sub, but like, what was the point of that? I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. We're gonna see Thunderbolt in the Conk. Not do it. Oh, we missed Dynamic Punch. Oh, but we're Blunder Policy. I like that. Fletch is historically cooked with Conkeldurr in this league. I will say. I think he used it like back in season 2. I remember losing to Conkeldurr. Like it's not a very fast mon. But I think with Blunder Policy, you're probably outspeeding everything now. Yeah, actually Fletch has a really slow team. He probably does outspeed everything because his fastest mon is Raikou. Yeah, so you just outspeed. Oh wait, this is Heister using Conk actually, not Fletch. Well, I'm stupid, but I mean either way, Fletch has cooked with Conk before. See knockoff, not kill the Petrunt. We're gonna see recover. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're gonna see Darkrai come in on the other recover. We're gonna see Nasty Plot though on the Malignant Chain. No poison, no poison, no poison. We're gonna Dark Pulse, KO. We're gonna see Swampert come in. We're gonna see Dark Pulse, not KO. We are Assault Vest Swampert, or Darkrai is just that bad. I want to say it's just Assault Vest Swampert. I've seen Assault Vest Swampert take like 0% from shit. I don't know. I don't really understand. Anyways. We're gonna Grass Knot because we're not Rindo Berry. Yeah, he had Grass Knot this whole time. Why aren't we clicking it? We're gonna U-turn into Conkeldurr and let Victini. Oh, he doesn't go for the KO. Are we gonna see a Mach Punch? Oh, we see a knockoff. Wait. Oh, because Tailwind's up. That Tailwind's up. We see Shift Gear. Uh-oh. Shift Gear Body Slam. I think you can just Tailwind again though, right? Yep. Tailwind. If I were Fletch, I think I might have went for the other Shift Gear there. Another Shift Gear, I think, wins. Now we have to... It's Iron Moth versus Victini. And it looks like we're going to see Zen Headbutt. 2%! And we're going to see Sludge Wave get the roll, the KO. This was such a good game. I saw so much shit. We saw Blunder Policy Conkeldurr. We saw Swords Dance, like Bulky Rocky Helmet Leafeon. Tailwind Torrent, that's kind of standard, I think. Terra Shift Gear, Cyclozar. Eject Pack, Tapu Bulu. Some of you guys are getting a lot of heat points this week, I will say. I will say. Yeah. Our next game is going to be me versus Sacred Ash. I almost didn't recognize this game because when I played him, I thought it was a different background, but it might have been this background. Actually, yeah, I didn't recognize the background because there's Tapu Koko. So anyways, it's going to be Landorus, Incarnate, Roaring Moon, Zora, Kasui, Stakataka, Florges, and Qwilfish versus Tapu Koko, Slowking, Iron Valiant, Iron Treads, Mega Beedrill, and Terra... Alola Slash. Should I say it's Terra Stack Attacker? The Alola Slash is going to be Terra Water. Stack Attacker is going to be Terra Fire. So starting off here, I'm going to lead with Qwilfish into the Iron Treads. He's going to take me down to my Focus Sash. I click Rain Dance. As you saw, I was not intimidated when we started. We're going to Liquidation. Not kill the Iron Treads because he is Focus Sash, which I mean, I guess a lead Treads with Focus Sash makes sense. You can Ice Spinner the Landorus and kill it. The Landorus won't kill you. I think it's very good prep with I think lead Sash Treads makes a lot of sense. But we're gonna see just me. I'm just gonna kill the Treads. And then he's gonna go into Alola Slash. I'm gonna click Destiny Bomb because, you know, I can't really kill this thing. I didn't really want to risk it going for a KO, or I didn't want to risk it like going for the 50-50 on Terra. And I think he needed to go for the KO because I think Gunk Shot might have like 2-shot it. Not gonna lie. So I go for Destiny Bond. I kill the Alola Slash, and I'm gonna go into Landorus as he goes into Tapu Koko. I'm going to take my rocks. He's going to U-turn. I'm actually going to show that I'm Zora Kasui. As he goes into Slowking, I'm going to click Hyper Voice. It does over half because I am Specs Zorak. And I'm going to kill Slowking. I think in hindsight, his idea was he should have sacked Coco or he should have went to Coco or like, he had to go into Coco there because, he could tell I was Specs, and then like he just outspeeds and kills me at this point because I took a little bit of chip. But he's gonna go into Beedrill now. I'm gonna let him kill me with Knockoff. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to go into Stack Attacka. I'm going to Terrifier. He's gonna Drill Run. I'm gonna activate my Weakness Policy, and we're gonna Trick Room. And Gyro Ball is gonna knock out Beedrill. I'm gonna get a defense boost. I don't even need another attack boost. Gyro Ball's just going to kill Tapu Koko, and then we're going to see Valiant come in. Valiant really can't do shit. And we're going to Gyro Ball and kill Valiant, and that's going to be GG's. And I think that was, the fastest game of SDS this season. I was going to say in SDS history, but I think that might have been tied with like me and Jaden like a few seasons ago. So yeah, we're going to see Stack Attacka pop off. I didn't get to bring it last week, and I was very happy. If you guys have been keeping up with any of my content, you would have known I faced a Tapu Koko team already this week with Iron Boulder and Iron Bundle to coincide with Valiant and Trebs. And I think there was a Slowking on that team too. I can't really remember. I faced 2 Slowkings this week too. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not fucking losing to either of these. Fuck Tapu Koko. Fuck double Iron Mons trying to abuse Train with a Train abuser or a Train setter when you could be running fucking Thunderous Therian with Electric Train. My god. And yeah, we get the win. Sacred Ash going to 0 and 2. I go up to 1 and 1. I think +1 or plus. Yeah, I think +1. Sacred Ash not having a good start though. So hopefully he comes back. He has a really good team, I will say. It's just, I think it's a little bit one-dimensional, and I think that's why it's kind of easy to beat. Our next game, though, we're going to see P. McGee versus Danley. I think both teams... I think the Danley's 1-0, and I think P. McGee's 0-1. Surprising to see P. McGee start with a negative record, but yeah. That's how it's going to start, though. We're going to see... Yeah, it's going to be Manaphy, Azelf, Great Tusk, Terra Registeel, Haxorus and Togekiss versus Mega Garchomp, Mandibuzz, Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Iron Thorns, Greninja, and Goldingo. No Terra Captain from P. McGee this week, and he has 2 really good Terra Captains. I think he is... Oh, no. It's Terra Iron Thorns. When I see Iron Thorns, it looks like a high-tier mon, but it's just not. But we're going to see Azelf lead into Greninja. We're going to see U-turn, so he's going to reveal that he's Scarf pretty early. We're going to see the Toxic Spikes onto the Togekiss. We're going to see the Ice Beam come out. We're going to get a Freeze. Very unfortunate for Togekiss. Ice Beam is just going to knock out the Kiss, as now we're going to see Azoth come in. We're just going to see the U-turn come in on the Mandibuzz. P-McGee wants to preserve Greninja for some reason, as now he's going to go into Goldango on the Iron Defense Registeel. Iron Defense Terra Registeel. We're going to see Terra Dragon come out onto the Nasty Plot. We're going to Heavy Slam the Balloon away so we can Earthquake it. Shadow Ball is going to do about half. Earthquake is going to do very fucking little, because I guess Goldango is very fat. I will say, as much as the shit on Goldango, it is pretty fat. Mickey Rin's going to knock it out, though. And P-McGee's in a very good spot. He has 6 Mons left. The Danley's has the T-Spike up on his side, and like that's not going to be very nice. Mandibuzz is going to come in on the Headlong Rush, chipping down stuff a lot. We're going to see the Bulk Up. Very good play to the Danley, I think. Are we going to see... We're going to see Mandibuzz come back in on a knockoff. And then we're going to see close combat. Not knock out Mandibuzz, unfortunately. So Staraptor is better than Great Tusk, because this Mandibuzz, I think, died to Staraptor, like, turn 1. It's going to die to Recoil, though, which is nice for Danley. We're going to see Thorns come in as we Terra Bug into Headlong Rush. What was your other knockoff? Oh, yeah, knockoff. Headlong Rush, close combat. So, yeah, Headlong Rush was his best option, I think. And we're going to see Iron Thorns Dragon Dance as Poison knocks out the Great Tusk. We're going to see Psycho Cut get a crit on Iron Thorns. The Supercell Slam is just going to knock it out. Hexorus is going to come in, and we're going to see who the better bug type is. We're going to see the first impression come out. I remember that turn specifically. I don't know why. We're going to see Hexorus stay in on the Ogerpon as Ogerpon clicks Play Rough. We're going to get an attack drop from Play Rough. I didn't even know Play Rough could get an attack drop. That's something new. We'll see Manphy come in, though, as we see a Swords Dance. I'm not really sure why we're Swords Dancing when we could just, you know, kind of click buttons. Yeah, Trailblaze into the Surf. We're not going to knock out the Ogerpon, unfortunately, as Trailblaze is just going to knock out Manaphy. And we're going to see Danley get a 4-0 win, which I think he needed because Ryan kind of kicked his ass. So we're seeing some big wins this week for coaches that were 0-1 previously. Like I lost 3-0. I think P. McGee lost like 4 or 5-0. Heister won a game. Power Fable, you know. Anyways, I need to move on to the next game, which is going to be John versus Liger. Let's see, Mega Swampert, Pelipper, Zeraora, Archaludon, Decidueye, Hisui, which I don't think is Terra. It might be Terra Decidueye, and Enamorus versus Electrode, Hisui, Terra, Terapagos, Goodra, Scizor, Mega Scizor, Ferroseed, Terra, and Primarina. So we're going to see Zeraora lead into Terapagos. As I remember, John asked, like, how do you beat a Terapagos? And someone said, Fake Out. So here and Fake Out on Zeraora. He could have also clicked Toxic, to be fair, but yeah, we're going to see Close Combat just knocks out Terapagos after that, which is very crazy to me. I mean, it is Life Orb. It is Life Orb Zeraora, but holy shit. We're going to see Trailblaze, though, into the Archaludon. Archaludon's going to get the defense boost. And so, excuse me, Close Combat's not going to do that much. You see Body Press, not kill Scizor, and Ferroseed is going to come in on the Body Press. Going to take 40%. I'm going to get some Iron Barbs chip. We're going to Endure on the Body Press, take the hit, chip down Archaludon a little bit more, and Archaludon's just going to stay in and kill the Ferroseed. Archaludon's pretty much dead to anything now, but that's kind of, I think, what Liger wanted. We're going to see Electrode pick off the Archaludon now. It's not just Decidueye is going to come in. We're going to see the Volt Switch do not that much. And Goodra's going to come in on Decidueye, Triple Arrows. Triple Arrows is a really good move. It's like, what, 90 base power? It gets the defense drop. It crits sometimes. See Triple Arrows KO the Goodra. I've run Scope Lens to Sidrai before. I think it's a very cool thing. Yeah, it is Terra. Terra Ghost into the U-turn. And I believe we see Electric come in. Yep. And we're knock it out with Thunderbolt. Electro picking up another KO. We're going to see Pelipper come in now. I think, oh, we see the Terra Ground Leaf Storm on the U-turn. See, this is why Leaf Storm, I think if he didn't run Leaf Storm, I think he had a chance of winning, like, soon. But because of Leaf Storm, he's forced to switch out. Premier's going to come in. It's going to get crit by Poison Jab, which the crit, I believe, mattered a lot because I'm pretty sure this Primarina, assuming it had Energy Ball for Swampert, and I think at that point, you just kind of win with Electrode and Scissor, but unfortunately you don't. We're going to see Scissor come in, though. It's not actually going to be contrary Enamorous, which is really funny. We're going to see Fake Out knock out the Scissor, and Electrode's going to come in. We're going to see Pelipper come in on the Terra Blast, I believe. Yep. See the Terra Blast. Then I think John makes a cool play into Zeraora on the Thunderbolt. And then he's going to go into Swampert on the Terra Blast. So he's preserving differential here. And we're going to just Earthquake to KO the Electrode. And, like, holy crap. I think this is the best I've ever seen John play. And I'm very proud of him for this win. Like, not going to lie. And I think he's like 4th or 5th seed right now, which I think is insane for like where he came from last season. Mind you, this is the guy that ran like the Psychic Resist Berry on a fucking Galarian Slowking. So yeah, he's gotten so much better, and I hope he sees his improvement. Like, good on you, John. Good on you. Anyways, our last game happened, I think, this morning, right before I left to catch some shiny Populos in Pokemon Go. We're going to see Jaden versus Chickadee with the Sneasler, Pincurchin, Knucklestack, Iron Jugulis, Celesteela, and Flygon. It's going to be Terra Flygon versus Terra Swallow, Cloth. Yeah, Terra Swallow and Terra Cloth, Jirachi, Drapion, Alolan, and Claydol. We're gonna see Chickadee bring like all of his low tiers and Jirachi. And there's Jaden brought Mons too. But very interesting to see like most of just his low tiers, no Dragapult on Chickadee's side. Against a team with no Fairy, mind you. Interestingly. Honestly though, I'm gonna assume does Jaden have Terra Knucklestack? I'm not sure, like, if it's just Flygon or if he also has Knucklestack Terra. Jaden really likes Knucklestack, I will say. I like that he has 2 little guys on his team, the Knucklestack and the Pikachu. That's very cute. Anyways, we're gonna see Knucklestack, or we're gonna see Iron Jugulis into the Claydol. Claydol is going to switch out in a Drapion. It's gonna be Hella Assault Vest of Drapion. Celesteela is gonna come in on the knockoff. We're going to knock off Celesteela's own Assault Vest. We're going to see Jirachi come in, though, on the Heavy Slam. Not going to take that much damage, as we see the leftovers on Jirachi. Jirachi's going to U-turn into Swellow. We're going to see the Earthquake. Yeah, I guess Celesteela was, like, kind of, like, I think everyone saw that coming. Like, he kind of had a quick Earthquake there before getting, like, T-Wave parried and shit. Knucklestack going to come in on the Heat Wave. As we see Claydol come out now on the Salt Cure. See Flygon come in on the Teleport. Cloth coming in on Flygon. We're going to Terra Water. We're just going to Dragon Dance as we see Stealth Rock goes up. I'm not really sure what Chickadee's trying to do here, but yeah, Terra Blast Water is not going to do that much. Yeah, you know, Cloth gets Crab Hammer, you know. Just saying. We're going to see Citrus Berry. As we keep Dragon Dancing with the Flygon, we're gonna Swords Dance with the Cloth now, as Earthquake's just gonna knock it out. I thought maybe we were gonna see like an Anger Shell Sash Cloth or something, but no. I don't know what Chickadee was trying to do there, but yeah. We're gonna Crunch though into the Culver Berry. Claydol gonna live. We're gonna get up the Trick Room. as he clicks teleport. I'm not really sure why Claydol here. If I were the Claydol, I think I would have went for damage if he had a damaging move. Um, I I came into the game at this point, and I will say Chickadee, he was like, "Oh, Wacka, can I ask you a question in DMs?" I'm like, "No, I'm on mobile," and I knew what his question was about. It's about Trick Room. It's about Trick Room teleport. Um, yeah, teleport always has minus priority, so you always go last. We see Celesteela come in on the Alolan Marowak actually. We see Flare Blitz KO. It's gonna be Rockhead Marowak. We're seeing Knucklestack come in now as we click Earthquake. Not gonna knock out Knucklestack actually. So we're gonna see Salt Cure come in. I don't think it really matters because I don't think Marowak needs all the HP in this game. We see Juggless come in though, as I think we force out Swellow. Because the Juggless clicks Earth Power. I'm assuming he clicked Earth Power hoping Drapion would come in, but I think Drapion coming in would not be a very good idea. Because it just kind of lets Flygon set up again, doesn't it? So I don't know. Maybe if I were Jaden, I might have clicked Dark Pulse there. But we're gonna see a Boom Burst, not KO, not KO. We're gonna see Hurricane Miss Swallow. I actually wanted to see something. Yeah, it is Terra Normal Swallow. But he already Terra Cloth, so he couldn't Terra, I guess. I personally probably would have saved the Terra for Swallow maybe, but it's whatever. I'm gonna see Boom Burst into the Pincurchin. Scald, not gonna knock out this Swallow. See, the Swallow would have died if Jaden Dark Pulse the Alolan. And you know, it was booster energy, so you could have just Earth Powered the Drapion afterwards, but I'm assuming maybe he just wanted to catch Drapion. I don't know. We're seeing Memento though into Jirachi. As now we see Sneasler come in. I knew this was happening, and then we're gonna see Swords Dance into Trick Room Jirachi. Jaden was not expecting double Trick Room. And I think I knew as soon as Jirachi came in, it was gonna click Trick Room. I've seen Trick Room Jirachi like quite a bit. Like I've seen Jirachi paired with like Ursaluna. We're gonna see Throat Chop knock out the Swallow. But that's all just to get in a little whack to click Flare Blitz. As now Flare Blitz is going to knock out the Flygon, and we're going to see Chickadee win. And it says Trick Room had 2 turns left though. Because at the end of the game, oh, it was a roll on Sneasler, not on Flygon. Oh yeah, never mind. Chickadee was adamant Marowak, so the Sneasler always died. I'm kind of surprised Sneasler died with a defense boost. I mean, like, it's not the bulkiest mon in the world, but I also feel like a Alolan kind of lacks damage sometimes, even with like Thick Club. But I don't know. Alolan is definitely a cool mon. I think Chickadee's gonna consider making it his Terra Captain because he's relied on Alolan twice to be his win con already. And like, I think Alolan is cool, and we haven't seen Alolan like a lot in this league. But I mean, personally, it was on Anna Bunny's team last season. It was on my team season 1. So Alolan has won a chip in SDS. So I don't know. I think people are sleeping on Alolan. I think if he makes it his Terra Captain though, like he's just guaranteeing himself to, like, people are gonna actually prep for Alolan. But I do think Alolan is a lot better than Cloth, and I don't. Did he draft Cloth, or is Cloth one of his randomized mons? I think it might be randomized, but I think he could easily drop like something for Alolan Terra, and also have Swallow. So he has like the option in Trick Room, but also the option out of Trick Room to Terra. I think that'd be a pretty good idea for Chickadee. Anyways, I want to give some heat points out. We're gonna see. I like the Trick Choice Band. Mesprit. Chalk will get a point. As a J, I don't think I saw anything. The 2 cannons gonna get a point. I don't know if it's gonna be Heat of the Week. I'm gonna have to ask. Because there's a lot of stuff that happened this week, I think. There's a lot of stuff. 2 cannon will definitely get a point. Curse Zapdos is gonna get half a point. I think Chris Aptos is always heat. Conkeldurr might get like half a point. He did it last week, but it's not gonna get heat of the week. It's not gonna get heat of the week, but it will get like a point. That's I think all I saw on his side. CMQ kind of got fucked. We're gonna see. I blunder policy Conkeldurr with dynamic punch was insane because I know it outsped everything. Yeah, if you can, yeah, 207 plus 2 will outrun 361. And like Raikou doesn't like running Scarf. Mega Absol is not an item Pokemon, so like you're always safe against those. Victini, like maybe you face a Scarf Victini. It was a very good idea though. The Tapu Bulu will get like half a point, I think. Did I see anything else on Fletch's side? I don't think so. Leafeon will get like a point as well. For like bulky Swords Dance, Leafeon I think is very cool. So yeah, Heiser is gonna get like 2 points there. He might even win Heat of the Week with the Conk. This one, 3 of my mons didn't even come out. Qwilfish, I think Qwilfish is gonna get a point. Qwilfish was my other, I think, contender for Heat of the Week at the time. Like, this was definitely better than most things we saw last week, I will say. Running the Destiny, it's more Heat that I was running, like, Manual Rain and Destiny Bond. Claiming 2 kills, I think is very cool. But we've seen so much shit this week that, like, it's probably not going to get Heat of the Week. It'll probably get, like, a point and a half or so. Probably just a point. The Danley. I feel bad for his Togekiss getting frozen. Honestly, if the Togekiss didn't get frozen, I think the Danley had a shot. But, yeah, it was a little unfortunate. I don't think I saw anything else, though. Yeah, not really. P. never runs anything cool. I like the Life Orb to Decidueye. It's not super Heat, but I think I'll give him like half a point. I want to give him like half a point just for like playing well, honestly. Wow. Most of Liger's mons didn't even click a button, which is sad. Primarina should have lived the Poison Jab though. I like the Endure Pharisee, that'll get a point. And then we're gonna see. There's nothing Heat on Chickadee's side, but he played very well, and I think he brought some very cool prep. I think I'll give him like half a point for like Trick Room. That's what'll happen. I like Memento Pincurchin. Maybe like half a point for that. Yeah. Very good week. I think most coaches showed me something on their side, so yeah, you guys did very good this week. And next week for week 3, maybe we'll see either Wisdom / Ryan or Power Fable lose. Maybe I'd like to see Liger and Sacred Ash win as well, just to get them on the board. And I think like we're in for a pretty even season so far. Even season, very rhyming. Haha. Yeah. I think I said in the beginning of the video I was gonna say something at the end, but pretty much, there's Power Fables on top right now with 2-0 plus 3. About 12 of us right now are in the middle with 1-1 with like pretty positive differential. I think I'm around like 7th or 8th with like +1, so it's like a skewed positive differential because I think our 2-2 coach is just not, his differential just isn't that high, so that makes sense. And Wisdom and Ryan will still be like in the middle as well, whether they win or lose. So a very, very balanced season so far, and I think it's going to be a very interesting playoff route again. Like it's week 2, and I don't want to say anything about playoffs yet, but I do think I'm expecting it to be like kind of a race for like pretty much everyone except for like the top 2. So whether or not we see Power Fable up in the top 2, I don't know. I like to see Power Fable in playoffs. I think that would be cool. I like to see John in playoffs, honestly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.